Hello, Illinois Baptist. My name is Skip Leininger, and this is my bride of 43 years. And your name is?
Joni Leininger.
And we want to tell you our story a little bit about our journey with BFI. Originally, that journey started at First Baptist Church O'Fallon, where with Doug Morrow over 2 different times we did some legacy, will, and trust and information meetings with Doug. Over 8 years, actually. Twice he came to the church. We had people that were able to fill out their wills. 70 some people did a will. From that came a number. I'd say probably the last number I saw was 32 people who in their will left a sense of legacy to either the International Mission Board, First Baptist Church O'Fallon, the Children's Home, a lot of different agencies. And so through that meeting, I met Doug Morrow. We were just instantly friends, and he was a good friend to me. And let me just fast forward then to November of last year. In November of last year, I was diagnosed with multiple myeloma and lymphoma. And that diagnosis was just earth-shattering to Joni and I. It was difficult for a couple reasons. It was 2 different types of cancer. It was a bone and blood cancer, and so you don't see it, you don't know it. And so the treatments that started really in kind of December, January, February were pretty difficult treatments. Matter of fact, in February I had to kind of back away from those, but yet they offered me a different style of treatment. And slowly as I went through those, it just was a very difficult time. Culminating this summer in a time when I was in the hospital, just initially checked in. They had me go on over to Barnes to the Siteman Center rather than stay here. And when I went to the Siteman Center there, all of a sudden I got very, very sick. I initially they had me on high antibiotics, but they didn't work. And my body ended up going septic. And so, which means, I had an infection in my bloodstream that was doing a lot of things. It shut down my kidneys. It basically put me into a coma for 7 or 8 days. None of it I remember. Joni remembers all of it, and our kids do, but it was a difficult time. And one of the times that I was somewhat conscious, Joni said to me, "What do I do about our wills? What do I do about our investments and stuff for the future? How do I?" And all I could get out to her was call Doug Morrow. And she called Doug, and Doug was pretty ready to talk to her. And I think that's really part of my story I need to tell her, because for her, I was still kind of out in that coma and maybe or maybe not going to come out of it. It was pretty scary for Joni.
Yeah, during that time when he was in a coma, all I could think of was, I've got some decisions to make, and I'm hoping everything in end of the life decisions have been notarized and signed off. But I had a feeling that we had done our wills and we had done things with Doug, but we had not completed it with signatures and notarization. And so all I knew to do when Skip slipped into a coma was get on the phone and call the Baptist Foundation. I knew that they would help me. I knew that they would show up at some point. And so they came. The day after I called, they came to Barnes, and we sat down and we finished every last detail of getting everything together. I signed off, and then the very next day, Skip woke up enough to be able to sign off as well. And all I can say is that I am eternally grateful for the work of the foundation and all that they have meant to us in our greatest need.
Yeah, through that, it was just interesting. That was Joni and I had planned in our wills to be those that would give back in such a way. And so we have a portion of our income goes to First Baptist O'Fallon, a portion goes to international missions, so that and some of it goes to Cuba, which is a mission that we just have a heart for. And so that's our legacy, not only for now, but for in the future. And we're excited about the fact that we can do that. We've told our kids that, that we've invested in missions, and we're excited that God is a part of that legacy, that He wants to encourage us, and He wants us to think not only for today. We tithe regularly, we're faithful to our church and faithful to giving, but we will do that even as God calls us home. And so we're excited about that. And again, as Joni said, we are thankful for work of Ken Stewart, of Doug Morrow at the foundation, tremendous guys that have helped us, that have helped our church. And we're excited to do that. Thank you for your time.